Hey, this is Alex. You might know me from Boomstick Gaming, and today I'm going to be breaking down how to do a frontside 1-foot nose grind. This is my brand new skateboarding channel that will focus on teaching abnormal or unorthodox tricks because, let's be honest, the basics have been tutorialed to death at this point. Now, if you already have nose grinds down, I'm fairly confident you can learn this in just a handful of hours, and I just learned it myself as of making this video, so all the tips and tricks I used to make it work are incredibly fresh in my head. So let's just get right on into it, learning the awkward frontside 1-foot nose grind. Alright, this is from day 1 of 2 of trying to make this trick work. Again, you 100% have to have your nose grinds on point before you start trying this trick, so come back to this later if you don't have nose grinds yet, because this 1-foot shenanigans will not work out for you if you don't. Now, when going for a frontside 1-foot nose grind with your back foot away from the ledge, I put my foot in the exact same position as a normal nose grind. Landing into this with just 1 foot is easier than you might expect, and just find a curb or a parking block to practice that feeling of landing into it before you try it on anything that grinds. Plan to do a normal nose grind, and towards the pinnacle of the ollie, move your back foot off and just slap that front foot straight down onto the nose. This trick does look much better the straighter you can get your back leg to be, but mine always tends to do this kind of dumb bent leg thingy. This trick does have a high slip over factor if you go over the ledge with your front truck, so I recommend a wide obstacle and definitely more than this 10-inch wide bench I just made. I actually added scoring to the opposite side of this bench to help prevent those slip outs, and that really saved me from getting smoked quite a few times when trying this. Now, once you start getting the grind part to work out, you'll find that the last part, the pop out 1-footed, is where most of the difficulty lies, which brings us to... Alright, day 2. This is where I figured out the secret sauce of making this work. First, when I was watching back the footage, I noticed I was getting on the bench far later than I thought, so I needed to get on sooner to actually have time to figure out that pop out. I would recommend learning this trick on something longer than 5 feet like what this bench is. Also, since this bench is brand new, the angle iron was still kind of rusted and not grinding great, and the temp was like in the 90s, so the wax was just turning to soup on the thing. If that's ever happening, try putting wax directly on your truck instead, because at least that thing is shaded and will hold the wax a bit better. Now, this pop out. There was definitely that moment this trick clicked for me, and it comes down to where you have your center of gravity while you grind. If you're leaning your body weight forward while you're doing this, all towards that front foot, you'll find that the board just wants to rocket straight to the ground as it reaches the end. What made the pop out start working for me was actually leaning my weight backwards as much as I could while still maintaining that nose grind. That shifts your weight away from your front foot momentum, which gives you more leverage, kind of like making you a human spring. That way, when you reach the end, you can kind of just push or shoot your board forward and ideally get your back foot back on the thing. You can practice this stationary, which might help you figure out how you shoot the thing forward with just 1 foot to clear your tail from hitting the obstacle. So that was my process for learning the frontside 1-foot nose grind, and from inception of thinking I could make it work in the middle of the night the other day to actually doing it, it took me about 2 to 3 hours of practice to finally get it. Now, if you happen to get a make of this trick, I would love to see it, and you can shoot footage over to me at BoomstickAlex on Twitter, TikTok, or Instagram. Also, if a certain part of the trick isn't working for you, send me footage of some attempts and I might be able to help you pinpoint what you can tweak. Since this was my very first skate guide I have ever done, and on this brand new channel, if you enjoyed this, consider sticking around, and I would also super appreciate if you share the channel with a friend or two. As always, this has been Alex, thanks for checking this out. Oh, check out this random turtle that made it into the folder for this video somehow. Pretty cool dude. Okay, see ya, good luck out there.